This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Second down and 3. Off play action. Ross. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down with Akers. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He's going to try and do this himself. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Ross. Finding Harris over the middle. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And our focus now moves to Randall Cobb. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
1st and 10, stick. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
They're going to go play action now with Stick. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The end result, 21 yards. In motion right, Peoples-Jones. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They run again with Jackson, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun throw for Stick. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, That worked quite well for the defense.
And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, Jackson. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Melbourne ready to go again on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Stick from the gun. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stick looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Becker. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Stick. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll throw on second down his stick. Touchdown! A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Riverhogs go up by 2 touchdowns. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 17-3. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. Operating from the gun, Ross. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Melbourne ready to go again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 2nd and 6. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he'll be brought down. It looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Stick looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Stick to throw once more. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Riverhogs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Sentinels 3.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense back to work now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Here's Ross throwing to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
That's taken in by Watson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And he will find his man, Samuel. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
They'll take over. First down and 10. At their own 19.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Laviska Shenault, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he returns this to the 22. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Stick back to pass. Stiff-armed him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On the give, here comes Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He finds his man, complete. That's Becker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Stick. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Throwing to start the drive. Ross. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now Ross on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give up the middle to Akers. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ross. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That is caught. He's got room to roam.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Christian Watson.
50 yards.
And the Sentinels are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Melbourne ready to go again on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Now a give. It's Jackson. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. He finds his man, complete. That's Becker. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll look to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Off play action, it's Stick. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's Jackson.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Stick looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. One of the tight ends comes in motion. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Riverhogs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage a quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ross now from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, You have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Ross. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Paris Campbell, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Sentinels are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Melbourne ready to go again on offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Becker. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A shotgun throw for Stick. He finds his man, complete. It's Becker. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Becker. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a 2nd and 8.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll throw on 2nd down as Stick. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Stick to throw once more.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
To throw is Ross on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ross. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Ross off the play fake. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. 1st and 10, stick.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll run with Jackson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Riverhogs add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead is now 24. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Ross. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ross. Campbell making the catch. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Ross. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back to throw. Ross. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it.
He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
104 yards rushing for him now to this point. 3rd down and 1. Now Stick. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
6-yard return after a punt of 48.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Ross. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
Back to throw. Ross.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
They're going to go play action now with Stick.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Here's Ross, throwing to start the drive.
That swung out wide to Harris. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
41-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ross. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but Definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Back to throw. Ross. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Aleem McNeil providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Looking to throw. Ross.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Back to throw. Ross. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. This is caught.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They'll start here with Jackson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd down, another carry for Jackson.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll run again with Jackson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Melbourne,
the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.